All right, guys. I'm just going to make this video to kind of give you the directions for today. So for second period, you have yet to do anything with your spheres as far as getting some data. Sixth and seventh periods, I know we did something like this yesterday, but to be honest, when looking at it, I didn't like the idea of you testing your Sphero at speeds 200 and 250, just because I didn't give you that in the description to start. So I think it's just better if we reset it and do it like this. So these directions are going to kind of explain everything as far as the class period is concerned. So what I need you to do is have out the packet that you see on the screen, and I really need to make sure that you follow along with me as I explain what's going to go on. So the very first thing you'll do with your group is you're going to get some baseline data. Please pay attention. It says Sphero only, no tractor. So you're going to be putting just the Sphero on the line and seeing how long it takes just the Sphero to travel 5 meters. So your goal is to fill out just the time section in everything. So again, please don't worry about anything else except for the time column in each data table. If you don't get to averages, if you don't get to velocity, it's not a big deal. We need you to get the times today in class. So what you'll do is you'll put the Sphero behind the line. You will go ahead and run that, and you'll do it 3 different times at a speed of 150. Okay, and you're just worried about those 3 boxes, nothing else. At that point, then, you're going to make a prediction with your group. So with your group, you are going to make a prediction of how long do you think now when you add on the tractor, will your Sphero and tractor go at 150 with 0 washers, at 150 with 3 washers, and at 150 with 6. So again, this is just simply a prediction. So you might want to use the data from here to give you an idea of what to guess here. Finally, the last part. This is where you're going to be doing a lot of testing on your tractor. Again, the only column you are worried about is the time column. Please don't worry about anything else. And I know there's a lot here. It's not that overwhelming as it may seem, but your only goal today needs to be these time boxes. So what you're going to do first is you're going to do speed 150 with 0 washers, and you're going to do that 3 times. So this is your Sphero and your tractor. So you're going to get 3 times, and you'll fill it in here. Then you are going to now add 3 washers. Okay, same speed, 150. Get a time, get a time, get a time. And that's it. Then finally, you're going to do with 6 washers. Time, time, time. And again, keeping your speeds at 150. So how this is going to be set up. So your priority today is getting the times. You must have all the times completed by the end of the period. If by chance you get all of the times done, you can begin to fill in the averages and fill in velocity, but nothing else. Okay, so if you could actually take a minute and write that at the top of your paper so you don't forget. If you get the times done early, you can begin to do the averages and do velocity, but nothing else. I'd rather be there and make sure I give you specific directions for that. Okay, here's how it's set up. If you are in a team that has 4 members, here are your jobs for today. The team leader, your job is to record data. So that means you are the only person in the group that takes the packet and writes down the times. Your group members will get the times from you tomorrow or on Monday. The organizational leader, you are the timer. This is done with your iPad, not your phone. So the organizational leader, you are in charge of doing the timer. Cleanup lead, you're going to help kind of keep things sped up. So you are going to be in charge of moving the tractor and the Sphero from end to start each time so that we can keep it going quickly. And then finally, tech lead, you are the programmer. Your job is to go ahead and make sure that the program is programmed or the Sphero is programmed to the correct information. Now, if you're in a 3-member group, again, the team lead, their only job is to record the data. So you're the only person taking the packet. Organizational lead, cleanup lead, that person needs to kind of take 2 jobs. You're the timer, and then you'll move the tractor from end to start. And tech lead, your only job is to run the iPad, run the Sphero. How you will be set up in your lane is this is basically where you should be seated. So in the hall or in the classroom, depending on where you go, there are 2 lanes or 2 lines for the blue tape. And what you are simply going to do is your Sphero starts behind the blue line. Tech lead, you'll have your iPad and you'll have it behind here. Organizational lead, I want you at the finish line so you can see when the Sphero crosses. And then team lead on one side and cleanup lead on the other side. It's really important that you stop the timer once the entire tractor crosses the line. So if your Sphero is coming this way, as soon as the entire thing passes the finish line, then you may stop the timer. If you have any questions, please try to help each other out. I think the biggest thing is that you remember to just get your times, and then just please make sure that you're following directions in the packet. As you go along, it tells you kind of what to do, what you're including, not including. But just kind of help each other out. And again, your main goal are to get your times. Your substitute or the teacher covering your class today will tell you where you are assigned, what lane, and then from there you can go ahead and get started. Please make sure when you are done that you put the Spheros back and then put your tractors back in the bag and the bag back to the front of the room. Okay, please be good, work hard, and then we will test our Spheros next week. All right, thanks guys.